towards some form of ethnicity, possibly Hispanic? I wasn't sure. My great-grandfather had been Cuban, and there were some lingering traits of his that had been passed on to me. Striking eyes peered out from behind a fringe of thick lashes, and those eyes were truly something else. They were light green around the pupils and almost appeared blue along the rims. I knew that had to be some kind of optical illusion, but they were stunning. This guy was impressive.
Especially when those words are coming from a pretty girl,
he added, his lips curling up at one corner. I snapped out of it before I needed a bib to catch my drool. Thank you. There was no way I was going to save that box.
No problem.
His eyes roamed over my face and then dipped, lingering in some areas more than others. Since I'd been knee-deep in unpacking boxes and running around, all I was wearing was gym shorts and a fitted t-shirt, despite the chilly weather, and the gym shorts could barely be considered shorts.
You're welcome to finish that son of a bitch-ass sentence. I'm curious about what other combination you were going to come up with.
My lips twitched into a smile. I'm sure it would have been epic, but that moment is now long gone.
That's a damn shame.
He stepped to the side, still holding the box. We were side by side, and although I'm a pretty tall girl, he was still a good head taller than me.
Tell me where this goes.
That's okay. I got it from here. I reached for the box. He arched a dark brow.
I don't mind. Unless you plan on cussing again, then I might be swayed.
I laughed as I lowered my lashes, checking him out. He had a leather jacket on, but I was willing to bet my savings account that there were some nicely defined muscles lurking under the coat. Okay, then. My apartment is right over there.
Lead the way, madam.
Grinning at him, I brushed the long ponytail over my shoulder as I headed to our left. I almost made it without dropping the box, I told him as I opened the door. So close.
Yet so far away.
He finished, winking when I shot him a look. I held the door for him. So true. He followed me in and stopped. Things inside my apartment were kind of a mess. What I had managed to unpack was scattered across the couch and on the hardwood floors.
Any place you want this in particular?
Right here is fine. I pointed to the only empty space near the couch. Walking over, he carefully placed the box on the floor, and, like a total horn dog, I couldn't help a perusal of the assets when he bent over. Nice. As he straightened and faced me, I smiled and clasped my hands together.
You just moved in?
He asked, glancing around. Boxes were stacked near the galley kitchen and on the small dining table. I laughed as the lopsided grin reappeared. I moved in yesterday.
Looks like you have quite a bit to go before you're finished.
Stepping toward me, he dipped his chin as he held out his hand.
By the way, I'm Nick.
I took his hand. His grasp was warm and firm. I'm Stephanie, but almost everyone calls me Steph.
It's nice to meet you.
His hand still held mine as his lashes lowered, his gaze dipping again.
It's very nice to meet you, Stephanie.
Warmth curled its way into my belly at the sound of how he spoke my name. Mutual, I murmured, lifting my gaze to his. After all, if you hadn't happened along, I'd probably still be out there cussing. Nick chuckled, and I liked the sound of it. A lot.
Probably not the greatest way to meet new people.
Seemed to work just fine with you. The half grin spread slowly, becoming a full smile, and if I had thought he was handsome before, it was nothing compared to what I thought now. Wow, this guy was as gorgeous as he was helpful.
I'll let you in on a little secret,
he said, squeezing my hand before slipping his hand free.
It wouldn't take much for you to make it work for me.
Oh, my little ears perked right on up. What a flirt. That's very good to know. I stepped closer, tilting my head back. A faint cologne clung to him, a crisp scent.